Right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the Hebrew Israelites back again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Before we begin this lesson, we're going to face the east. We're going to give all honor, praise, and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Bracha Kodash.
Alright, Shalom to the elders and the apostles out there that we learned from. Brothers in the know already know who they are. Shalom, and shalom to you Israelites on the highways and hedges, teaching the hopeful elect, waking our people up, bringing them back to reality. All right. Shalom to you brothers in your diligence. Shalom to you Akwaf, meaning you Israelite sisters that are in order. The Israelites consist predominantly of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Shalom to you sisters in order. Okay. And shalom to you Israelites scattered abroad and may look like these other nations, meaning you might look like a so-called white man, Chinese man, or whatever other nation is out there. But if your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you're a Hebrew Israelite, because this thing ain't about color. We don't teach that this is about color. Therefore, we're not the black Hebrew Israelites, as some people like to call us in ignorance. Okay, we're just the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. It's nothing to do with color. It's about a chosen seed line. Okay, which can look like any nation out there. Okay, shalom to you. All right, this lesson we're going to speak about the women and their behavior as of late, because ever since this Trump election thing, right, women have been acting out of order. They've been really showing their horns and displaying their behavior all over social media, man. Spotlights on you women at the moment, so the spirit's on us to just speak on it, okay, because there's a lot to say, and this is a lesson to correct you. Okay, it's not a lesson to get on you women that are already in order, that know your place, that understand the truth, that are among the congregation of the living. This isn't really, I mean, you can benefit from a lesson like this, but you already know the deal, man. So we ain't really speaking to you. So obviously the shoe don't fit when it comes to you. But these other women out here, we're showing you as an example of what not to do in this world, man. How not to behave. And you fellas out there, you Akim, this is a lesson to basically show you what type of women you need to avoid. And that the Bible doesn't have a lot good to say about the women of this world, because there's not many righteous in it. You know, a virtuous woman is very hard to find, the Bible says, man. So we're going to go in on this. Lord willing, you're edified, so stay tuned, okay? First precept I want to bring out is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11. And I'm going to start at 7 and read through 9, all right? And I'll explain why I want to start with these precepts, okay? It says, "For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of the Most High." It says, "But the woman is the glory of the man." And that's the point right there, man. You women are us men's glory, okay? Everyone likes a pretty woman on his arm, man. You know what I mean? Kind of like a trophy or whatever, right? But it ain't just about looks. It's about how you are on the inside. You are a representation of your husband. So when you're out there in the world, your behavior reflects your man. You know, because the scriptures say a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. If you see a woman and she's all loud and stubborn and ignorant and twerking and acting ratchet and a damn fool, then normally you check the man she's with, and that man ain't gonna be no good, man. They were put together by the Lord. This is something these people can't wrap their head around when they say ain't no good men around. It's because you're not a good woman. It's just you don't understand that.
Yeah, and just to add as well, you know, like my brother did bring out, it isn't directed to every woman out there, right? So we're not speaking to every single woman out there, especially you sisters that are in order, because obviously we do recognize that you are precious. You know, we do understand that you are, you know, doing as you're supposed to do through the eyes of the Lord, right? But we're just talking to the women specifically of the world, right? So just wanted to sort of expound on that a bit and just say to you brothers out there also, you know, when, you know, a lot of you single brothers out there, you know, you may be looking at a woman or whatever the case may be, you know, and you're interested, you got to look at her character. Is she somebody that can help build you in this faith, or is it, you know, she's going to be the type to bring stress upon you, and lead you astray? You know what I mean? You got to take that into consideration. But I just wanted to sort of add that to what you were saying, because like you mentioned, you know, the woman is a representation of the man. So, you know, your woman's got to come in order. You know, if she's in order, you know, everyone's gonna be like, damn, how'd you find that gem? You know what I mean? But if she's a ratchet, they're gonna be like, brother, come on now, like, what you doing?
Because you find all over social media, you have some women out there that, you know, their head is in the right place. They be saying all these things about, you know, the value of a man and the wickedness of women these days, and how these women need to get it together. And they're on point with their speech, but their mannerisms, their loudness, got their cleavage all out. You know, there's certain signs, red flags that show that these women ain't no good either, man. They just better than a lot of the rest as far as their mindset goes, but they don't understand what us men are really looking for in a woman. But the Bible explains that, man. So we're gonna break it down in here, and hopefully it can correct some of you women that are, you know what I mean, kind of in between. All right, so I'm gonna continue where I was. This is book of 1 Corinthians 11 and 7. I'll start again. It says, "For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image of and glory of the Most High." It says, "But the woman is the glory of the man." So the way we represent ourselves as a man on earth, being a man of the Lord, we are the glory of the Lord. We're representing, you know, the ways of the Lord by bringing this truth out, doing what we're supposed to do as a man in this earth, being a good father, being a good husband, whatever, man. You know, but these things are sort of glorifying the Lord in heaven, which is our duty, man. But the woman is the glory of her husband. She's supposed to be a representative of her husband, right? Just as we are to the Most High. It says in verse 8, it says, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man." So verse 9, it says, "Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." Now, this is the words of the Lord right here, man. This ain't our words. Don't roll your eyes and suck your teeth and all that, okay? Because otherwise you're doing that to the Most High. We're bringing out what the Bible says. A lot of you might not have even heard this before, but there is a specific order that the Lord set up. It's a righteous, divine order that makes everything make sense. It makes everything run how it's meant to run, which this world is so out of order right now, which is why you got such chaos and beef between the man and the woman, because everything's upside down. But the Bible says that the woman was created for the man. The man wasn't created for the woman, but the attitude of a lot of these women out here in these end times, you know, in a time that wickedness is at an all-time high, gross darkness upon the people, the attitude upon these women is that the man is supposed to be, the woman could just sit on her ass and do nothing, and the man just has to cater to her, which is so off, man. But that goes back to generational curses, man.
I mean, if you start from 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3, it gives you the order. You know, you right there. So, yeah. You know, just to show you, that's the order that the Lord set. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So in the book of 1 Corinthians 11 and 3, it says, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High, Yahweh." You know, so it has an order. It goes Yahweh, Yahushai, man, woman, and then the woman's over the children. Right?
That's right, man.
So that's the order. That's the divine order that the Lord set up in the earth. You know, and you know, like my brother said, a lot of the time now you're seeing women, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't going 50-50. I ain't doing nothing for my man. I'm the table. You know what I mean? Like they say a lot of that, right?
Yeah, man.
Whereas a woman has a specific role. That's why a lot of these women out here are losing right now. You know,
They're out of order, man.
they're out of order. You know.
That's why we said in the beginning of this lesson, Shalom to you Akwaf, meaning you women that are in order, because you're the only ones that matter in this world. The rest of these women that are out of order, that have been beguiled by the serpent again, okay, they don't understand that, but that's what's going on when they took the fruit of feminism, man. They've been beguiled by the serpent, okay? But these women, they're born in vain, man. They have no purpose other than to do what they're gonna do, be wicked and die, okay? That's their whole purpose. They're gonna be destroyed very soon, man. They don't even know it. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 36 and verse 22. It says, the beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. So basically, you women are important in a man's life. A man sees the beauty of these women out here and it drives them crazy. This is why you women have such a stronghold upon these simps out here, man. Because you're nothing but thirst traps going around, showing all your body off, which is out of order, okay? You're using a man's weakness to your advantage, because it is the natural order for a man to be attracted to a woman. You know, like I said earlier, you know, a woman is the glory of a man, or like the scriptures said earlier, right? Let me read it one more time. Sirach 36 and 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance. So this is why women, they know that getting themselves looking all pretty with their makeup and their weave and all this, their little trinkets and all that, man. You know what I mean? They know that men are gonna go crazy for that, because that's just the way it is. That's the way it was designed. Us men are attracted to beautiful women by nature, right? So it cheers our countenance, and it says, and a man loveth nothing better. It drives a man crazy, okay? And the reason I wanted to bring this out is because a woman is very important in a man's life. It cheers our countenance for a woman to be beautiful, take care of herself, but much more than that is for her inside to be beautiful, man. Her mindset, you know, her mannerisms, for us to be able to walk with her in public and not feel like every man is checking out her behind because she's dressed modestly. You know what I mean? That's what we want, man. That cheers our countenance. That makes us feel secure. And you don't get that these days. Not very often, you know? I won't say not at all, but not very often, man. And that's a big problem.
Most of the time when a woman walks by, the first thing they're doing is undressing her with their eyes. That's a fact. Unless they're lying to you. It's the way they were designed.
Mm-hmm.
They see her, and then when they wear tight clothes, and it's even easier. There's less left to the imagination. Everything is sexualized. So that's why we have now this generation of lust, which led to a generation of bastards, which led to the chaos that we have and is only going to continue to grow. The degeneracy is only going to continue to expand globally. And now in some of the most traditional societies, the Arab world, Eastern Europe, Asia, turn on the channels, watch their TV. They look like us, they dress like us, they dance like us, they make their music in Korean K-pop, singing about the same garbage that we do. That's how I know we're in the end of time.
Yeah.
One disgusting virus that has spread throughout the whole world. We're becoming one blob globally of spiritually devoid people with no deep understanding or critical thinking or reflection onto why we're on this earth and what is truly our purpose.
Yeah, I remember seeing this video on social media, and the interviewer was going around to the women and saying, do we need men? And every one of the women were like, no, we don't need men, don't need men. They asked the same question to the men, and every man that they asked was like, yeah, we need women. We need women. Of course we do. You know, we ain't here to you know, excuse my language, we ain't here to shit on women just for the fact we just don't like women. Because a lot of feminists out there will claim, oh, you're misogynist, you don't like women. We love our women. We just want our women to be in order, man. To not embarrass us, to show us respect. You know what I mean? It's not a lot to ask for, you know?
And that's the reason I wanted to start off with these precepts, because you know, a woman that's in order is very important to us men. You know, you women were put here as a helpmeet to basically strengthen us, man. But if you're not strengthening us, then you're of no use to anyone. You're literally, like I said, you were born in vain if you're not in order, man. And the Lord is getting ready to destroy anyone that's wicked in this world, man. That's why all things are happening the way they're happening in these end times. It's because it's that great build up to that day of doom, man, that day of destruction, where the wicked are going to be cut off. All right, this is the book of Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 26. It says, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. Our people are the top nation of the earth. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. There's plenty of scriptures that say that our people are the salt of the earth. You know, we're supposed to be an example unto these other nations as to how to behave in this world. But they're looking like they're civilizing us, like they're above us, they're better than us. When that's not the truth. It's just that you've been destroyed through feminism and the ways of the wicked. You've bought into this system. And you can see that by the reactions of these women after, you know, Trump got elected. They basically too heavily invested in this world to the point where they didn't get what they wanted and they started losing their damn minds, these women, man. The men too, but this lesson is strictly focusing on the behavior of the women, okay? Now, let me continue reading this because I'm going to get to the point. This is Proverbs 12 and 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. It says, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. Because you had this woman named Gloria Steinem. Yeah, Steinem, that's right. And she was a CIA agent, man. And basically she was the one that started this feminist movement, right? Which was directed toward the so-called blacks, Latinos and Native Americans, mainly the so-called blacks, which is the head tribe of the southern kingdom of the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? You Judites are you so-called African Americans, man, and you're the main target out of all the tribes. So this basically was a weapon used against the family structure of the so-called blacks, mainly the so-called blacks in this world, man. But you women, you fell for the fruit of feminism. You fell for the serpent's cunning, crafty deception. You were beguiled again. And you don't even realize it, that's what the feminist movement was all about. It wasn't to make your life better. Now you out here working 2 jobs and the system has failed you. And now you're stuck voting for either Kamala or Trump, the 2 options, which are these rulers are no rulers at all, man. This is the only options you've got because you invested in this system that has failed you, man. The ways of the wicked have seduced you and made you the bottom of the barrel. The whole world looks at the so-called black woman as the most undateable, undesirable woman out of every race out there, man. Statistically, you can check this up, it's a fact. Barely anybody wants a so-called black woman, and it's not because you're not beautiful, because you are the most beautiful women on the planet, are women, but you're the most least desired because your headset, your mindset is destroyed through feminism, but you can't see it. But the Bible speaks of this, man. And we're going to bring this out in this lesson and show you where the Bible said that you would fall for feminism and that it would destroy you and the family structure. We're going to get into all of this in this lesson, Lord willing, all right?
Yeah, just to touch on what you were saying before, you know, Israel is like the salt of the earth, right? Well, we are the salt of the earth, right? And you can see just based on how the world is so inspired by our culture, right? Because everybody copies the Israelites, you know, whether it be the tribe of Issachar, you know, you got the Ammonites, Japan, they're doing the Chicano movement, you know what I mean? You've got
Megan Thee Stallion over there making videos with the Chinese now and stuff. And,
exactly, all of them,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, all of them over there, right? The whole world wants to be like us, but when they look at us, our Esau has polluted the minds of our people, especially our women, right? And we've got a lot of weak men that follow behind these women, right? And you know, we've got a whole globe of like, you know, people looking at us as if to say, well, why would I want to be like them? Look at them, man. Look at World Star Hip Hop. Just go on World Star Hip Hop and look at a couple videos and you know, you've seen enough. You know, this was the tactic that Esau used along with feminism to bring us down. But you can clearly see through the spirit that we are the people of the book, right? We're the Israelites. It's very damaging, you know what I mean, what feminism has done to our people, right? And that's why it's important that we bring this out and we show you, you know, the good side of our women when they're in their feminine side, and then we show you the results of what feminism has done to our women and the state we're in now, you know.
Hi, my name is Jillian. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Canada. The highest level of education completed was high school. I decided not to go to college, and I said I'm single, right? I don't leave the house that much, but
We could
when
tell.
I do, I listen to live jazz music.
Okay.
I play sports on the beach. I play a lot of sports, so maybe. I go to the farmer's market on Sundays.
Okay.
I go to church.
Don't give too much info.
She's telling you where to find them.
Yeah.
She's telling you where to find them.
I really don't know where to find them.
What about you?
Hi, my name is Hollywood. I'm a certified. Yes, I am a certified tax advisor. I specialize in credit.
Our men, like, you can see how destroyed they are. They're, you know, I mean.
But who were they raised by?
Exactly.
And we're gonna get into that also, because there's scriptures that speak about how the women are responsible for destroying the family structure. Really, ultimately, it's Esau, the serpent, the so-called white man. But you women, yet again, you will be beguiled by the serpent, man.
Yeah, you chose the government over your man.
Yeah. But the reason you can't see what's going on spiritually is because you're just wicked. You're ungodly. You have no spirituality about you, man. Most of you are packed up in a Christian church thinking you're righteous women because you don't know the true way to live. You don't cleave to the true prophets that was sent. You rather cleave to them smooth things that tell you that men and women are equal, and you know, all these lies that they tell you in the Christian church, man.
Yeah. A happy wife, happy life, don't they say?
Yeah.
You know? What about the husband? Isn't the husband supposed to be the head?
Yeah.
You know, so the Christian church is gone all the way off, man. So, you know, and I was even seeing an article at one point where they were saying that, you know, women were like the pastors of the churches were telling the women, like, look, I'm not your husband, because the women, there's no men in the churches. You know, they say you go to church to find you a good man, but there's no men in there because they're leaving because of feminism.
Yeah.
The Christian church is a feminist temple now.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah. You know, you can't tell a woman nothing, man. You
Can't
know
tell
what
her
I mean?
shit.
Because we're put here to guide you and to show you, you know, how to live. We're here to help you. You know, I mean, you're a helpmeet to the man, but we're here to sort of direct you in the right way, show you, you know, where your flaws are and certain things, but can a man tell you nothing? You think you got it all, man. You know what I mean? And that's because you women basically have been put on a pedestal in this world through feminism. And it does seem to you that you're winning, that we're jealous, that
We're intimidated.
you got it. Huh?
We're intimidated.
We're intimidated, you know, that you got it better than us. But the scripture said that a woman shall compass a man, but it doesn't mean that that's a good thing, okay? Because that means that a woman is out of order, and there's nothing but bad things gonna come from that, man, because it's not the way of the Lord. It's not the order that the Lord set up, man.
Yeah,
So
it's lucky just before you decide that. Just to say as well, we're not here as men telling you women how to live. We're coming out of the scriptures, telling you what the scriptures say on how you should live.
That's it.
Right? So don't twist the words and say, well, you can't. Who are you to tell me how to live? It's not us that's telling you. It's the scriptures. We're reading, thus saith the Lord, out of the scriptures how a woman should adorn herself. You know, you're a helpmate unto your man, right? You were created for him. You know.
And hey, it might sound offensive, but you gotta let go of that westernized mindset that you've been tricked into having, man. Because a lot of you don't realize how destroyed you are. You may think that you're a prized possession. You're a high class, a high value woman, but you're really not, man. You're really not. So we're showing you what the Bible says is a high value woman, man.
Gone.
So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and verse 22. It says, "How long wilt thou go, O backsliding daughter? For Yahweh have created a new thing in the earth. he says this is a new thing, something that wasn't originally meant to be, something that is new in the earth, but everything comes from the Lord. It doesn't mean that it's good, because the Lord is in control of the good and the evil for his ultimate purpose. And you women are under curses right now, so this is a result of those curses. Not you, just you women, we're all on, us as the nation of Israel, but I'm saying this is about you women, you know. It says, for Yahweh have created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man. And that's why you see women killing it in the hip hop industry, you know, women having higher paid jobs than men, or, you know, women
degrees, education, all of that.
Degrees, yeah. Women can make a lot of money on OnlyFans, so they're balling out of control, and you know what I mean. I'm saying men are dusty, men are brokies, and all this stuff you say, but you're just falling right into the trap, okay? Because it was never really originally meant to be that. A man has always got that instinct to want to provide for his woman, but the ways of the wicked have seduced them.
A man who is trying to teach his woman loves his woman. That's their form of love. They are natural teachers. They want to guide, they want to lead, they want to make sure that you are safe and you are mentally prepared for any enemy that is coming at you. Okay? So a lot of women are taking their criticism or taking their direction as a personal attack, when really it's their form of love. Men typically, from my experience, are analyzers. They analyze a person, especially the person they're with. They see your frame of thinking, they see where your weaknesses are, and they want to strengthen you. I'll go even further. When a man cares about a woman, he wants to protect her. And so knowing how vulnerable she is to potential dangers, to the enemy, to predators, to threats out in the world, he is going to analyze her critical thinking and her mind frame. And if he sees flaws in it, he sees that you are naive in certain areas, he is going to want to fix that. He's going to want to teach you. He's going to want to make you stronger, more mentally aware, so that you're not a target for dangerous people and entities in the world. Okay? That's a good man. And that's one of the deepest forms of love.
The way this system is set up that you're heavily invested in is designed to destroy the man and put a woman on top, which is out of order. And therefore, a man can't play his natural role. So therefore, the woman sees him as having no value, but you don't see the bigger picture because you women lack wisdom, okay? The Bible even says that the Lord has deprived you of wisdom. Okay, let me quickly bring that out as a matter of fact, man. All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 39. I'm going to start at verse 16, read through 17. The point is in 17, it says, she is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. So you women have become very wicked toward your children, and a lot of it is due to you keeping your child from seeing the father, man.
The 33-year-old woman who jumped off of Niagara Falls with her 2 children did it because she was heartbroken. The breakup between her and the father of her children was just too much. Before she did it, she wrote on Facebook, "I wish someone would love me because the man that's supposed to don't. I want my family back, and I don't care about the negative stuff that I said in the past. I was stupid and pregnant, and I said a bunch of stuff that I didn't mean, and I regret it." Listen, here's another situation where mama can't get her way, so she take it out on the kids. Y'all daddy don't want me in his life no more? Fine, I'ma kill all of us, cause if I jump off of Niagara Falls by myself, it might not bother him. But if I take his 2 little angels with me, that'll break him down for sure. This is the mindset of parents these days. All that, I love my children more than anything in the world, that's over with. Nowadays, it's, I love my children as long as I'm in this relationship. Hear me out. Be careful who you push out your life. Don't let your attitude be the reason that you live the rest of your life with regrets. It's not a lot of good people out here, So when you find one, you better treat them right, so you don't have to jump off of Niagara Falls to get attention from somebody you broke up with.
I know in a lot of cases men are deadbeats and all this. You know, men are under curses too. But you women don't make it easy on a man in most cases, man. You like to use your children as a weapon. That's you being hardened toward your child as if they're not yours. Okay? And it says in verse 17, because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom. Neither have he imparted to her understanding. The Lord didn't give you understanding or wisdom. Therefore, you're not fit to lead. You're not leaders. This is why generation after generation, the men and the women get worse and worse and worse. The men are feminized because they're raised by women, and women teach them how to be emotional. And then when they become men, and then these men are dating women, women want to complain about men being emotional. But who were they raised by? This is the bigger picture that you need to get your head around, man. But you ain't got the wisdom to see it. In most of you women ain't got the wisdom to see it, man. And it says it right here in the Bible, man. I'm reading it.
I got a precept here.
Come on.
Yeah, so this is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 11. It says, "Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection," meaning listen. Don't try and act like you can sort of come out here and lead, right? I'm gonna keep reading. It says, "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." Because a lot of you women like to run your lips and you just don't shut up. One of the main complaints from men is that women just don't shut up. Like, you just keep talking, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I'm gonna keep reading. It says, "For Adam was first formed, then Eve." So the man came first, and then Eve was created to be the helpmate towards the man. It says in verse 14, it says, "And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression." So you women were deceived because you don't have the wisdom, you don't have the understanding to see where the enemy is coming at you from. Men have that mindset to know, like, hey, that's why the serpent didn't go to Adam. He went to Eve, because you're the weaker vessel, right? So, it's not to say that you women ain't intelligent. I'm not saying women ain't intelligent, but I'm just saying there's an order to things. You don't have the wisdom that you think you have. A lot of the time you run your guns because you think you know something, but you don't. What does it say? The scripture, Salaki, my mind's just gone blank. She is simple and knoweth nothing.
Yeah.
The woman is clamorous. She is simple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me bring that out real quick.
Yeah.
All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 13. It says, "A foolish woman," right? This is the characteristics of what the Lord says is a foolish woman. A foolish woman is clamorous, meaning argumentative, right? Always got something to say. Always got to have the last word, or she can't take accountability and always has to be right, man. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple, meaning stupid, and knoweth nothing.
Well, there you go. You see what I mean? Because a lot of women, they listen to respond. They don't listen to understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They listen to respond. So you can have a discussion with somebody, a deep conversation, and you're giving advice, right? Or you're saying something that's factual, and they don't hear the fact that it's a fact. They just hear the first part, which triggered them. They stick on that point, and then once you've explained the whole scenario in facts and details, they want to come back to that point and say, "Well, you said women don't do," you know what I mean? Like, you're clamorous, you're simple, you know nothing.
Yeah.
So it's that's what we're talking about when we say, like, listen, like, you were deprived of wisdom, right? You don't have the wisdom to understand what we're coming at. That's why I think a lot of the times you buck up, because you see yourself over the man, and when the man's telling you, like, look, this is how it's written in the scriptures, this is what we're seeing, this is what's coming, you lot dismiss it, and you're like, oh, this man thinks he's better than me, you know what I mean? And then you go on a rant and make no sense whatsoever, making yourself look foolish, making yourself look even less desirable to men across the planet. Who wants to deal with a loudmouth woman that don't know nothing but just won't stop talking? like she knows something.
And that's the majority of the so-called black women, especially in America, man.
Mm-hmm.
These major cities all over the world, man. These women are ratchet, loud, can't tell them nothing, clicking their neck, rolling their eyes and all that.
Exactly.
But who wants a woman like that, man? They're undesirable. It's not attractive to us, man. It puts us off. You know, you're gonna have a lot of trouble in the dating game with them type of mannerisms, man. But that's because your mother never taught you no better. You know you was raised by your mum, not your father. Because the women that were raised by their fathers have a lot more decency about them. They have a lot more mannerisms because they understand what a real man is. They see what they want in a man in their father. So it makes them behave in a way that they see their mother having, who has been able to keep her man because obviously she was more in order, let's just say, right? So, you know, it's vital that a man is in the household. But yeah, you women are highly emotional. That's the problem. That's why we can't really tell you nothing and get through to you, is because you just go full steam ahead based off your emotions. And it's a known fact women are way more emotional than men by nature.
I just picked up a rat. And had a lie like a rat in my head. I would dip my hand in some laundry. And it was a rat in the bag. Like laundry I just washed. I pay $13,000 a month for a house. We just moved across the country. California is so overly priced for no reason, man. And I wanted to love it so bad because I loved living in San Diego. So I thought that I would like love LA and Orange County. I just want to go home. We already found the house and I'm ready to leave. And now I just feel like I can't even take nothing. And I can't even sleep. Because the night before I just kept hearing noises and I didn't know what I was hearing. And I was like, maybe it's a bag settling because it was like a very light sound. And I just kept hearing noises and I wouldn't go to sleep. And then it finally got quiet and I started falling asleep. And then the next morning, I just pick up a rat.
That's just how it is with, your emotion. That's why the Lord said, like, hey, you ain't to usurp authority over the man or lead. You know what I mean? Yeah. Imagine that. Like, you see something you don't like and your emotion tells you, strike, hit. You physically strike somebody or do something, like press the red button, the nukes and all that other stuff. Just press the red button because you're angry. And then blow up the whole world and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, it don't matter. Now the world's gone. You know what I mean? Like,
I got a precept on that later too. But for right now, this is why us men, we got to stand firm when it comes to these out of order women, man. Don't let a woman tell you what to do, boss you around and have you acting out of character, you acting like a damn simp. You know what I mean? The Bible says in Proverbs 31 and verse 2, give not thy strength unto women. Alright? Don't be a simp. It says, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. So don't be subject to, alcohol, drugs. Don't do things that destroy you, because you're a king. Okay? So have rule over your spirit, over your vessel, man. Okay? Make sure you're fully grounded and as a man. Grow some damn nuts. Have some damn control of yourself, man. Okay? Don't let these women, just because she's got a big ass or whatever, nice titties or whatever, man, which is normally fake anyways, either a BBL or some damn silicone, because these women are insecure as hell, and that's all due to society, the ways of the wicked seducing them, But bottom line, don't give your strength to women, you men out there, man. All right, because the Bible says so. All right, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. It says, as for my people, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, predominantly, because like I said in the beginning of this lesson, it's not about color necessarily, but the majority of the Israelites can be identified by their appearance, but you do have Israelites that look like these other nations. So if this lesson or our lessons in general resonate with your spirit and you can understand and you're not offended, then more than likely you are a Hebrew Israelite, and that's how we can identify you. Okay, just had to get that point out there. But let me start again. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, it says, children are their oppressors. All right, and that ultimately that's going into Esau, because he rules this world like a child, man. This man is a child at heart. Okay, that's why he don't know what he's doing. Okay, children are their oppressors, right? Also the children that are raised by women, little rugrats running around, little dreadhead little niggas, man.
Demons.
Little demons, little drill rappers and shit in Chicago, running around terrorizing the place. Children are their oppressors, it says, and women rule over them, which is out of order. It says, O my people, they which lead thee are women, cause thee to error, cause us to go off, man, in our ways. Okay, so that's that vicious cycle of a child being raised by a woman, man. It's off, because women are not meant to raise the household. It's meant to be balanced. A man and a woman are meant to be together, but feminism destroyed that, and you women buy into that hook, line, and sinker, man.
Yeah, you champion it, you know.
Yeah, man.
You have your male aspect, the dominant disciplinarian.
Yeah.
And then you have the female side, the feminine nature, the softer side of
Nurturer.
the
yeah,
nurturer,
man.
exactly. So when you take that out, now the nurturer has to become the dominant one, you know. And then that's why a lot of kids don't listen when the mother speaks and says, "Oh, stop doing that," and the kids are just running riot because there's no, you know what I mean? There's no masculinity.
Because you're not a man.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, in some cases, the women does have it under control as far as the discipline goes, but that ain't your role, man. Okay, but that just makes you hard and masculine, makes you unattractive to men. In you know, at the end of it, let me read it from the top again, right? Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. It says, O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. See, you women leading us because that's the out of order, and then you destroy our ways. You turn our men feminine. This is why you got so many jakes out there that are flamed out, man. You know, it's because they're raised by single mothers, man. Ultimately, that's part of the curses, which we're going to get into in just a moment. My brother's got that on deck. We're going to bring that out in a moment. But, you know, you women, if you don't come back to the ways of the Lord, which is in this book, which we're bringing out in this lesson, for an example, if you don't hearken unto what we're saying, what the Lord is saying through us, then you basically chose the wrong way, man. Okay, and it's only going to backfire on you and your children, man.
I was going to say, you're continuing to further the destruction of the Israelite community.
Yeah, man.
That's basically it. You're enabling, you know, our nation to be further degenerates, you know.
All right, this book of Sirach, chapter 3, start verse 9. It says, for the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children. So having a man in the house is going to create stability. It's going to create a balance and a perfect family structure, okay? Let me read that from the top again. Sirach 3 and 9, it says, for the blessing of the father, a man in the household, disciplining his children and being a father, right? Being in the children's lives, guiding the household, right? For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children. It says, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. See, the man is trying to build a strong foundation, a strong family unit, man.
Yeah, that nuclear family.
Because that's his nature. By nature, that's what a man wants to do. But when you women make it impossible for a man to do that, we have the balls enough, because we're men, all right? We can handle it, man. We have the balls enough to say, F you women, man. To hell with you women. Figure it out yourself, since you know what you're doing. And it's gone so far that the Lord has to hit the reset button, which is coming soon. And you women are going to get the biggest humbling during that period, man. Salakia. Right, verse 10, it says, glory not in the dishonor of thy father. Right? So when a woman is talking about your daddy ain't this, your daddy ain't that, hey man, that ain't nothing to be proud of. That ain't nothing to glory in. You don't go around and say, yeah, my dad ain't this, he wasn't in my life and this and that. Hey, a man is important. The father is important. You need to respect your father, man, and understand the importance of having a father, okay? Because you're not doing yourself any favors by dishonoring your father, man. Let me read that again. Verse 10, Sirach 3 and 10. Glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. Right? Talking about I don't need a man, or I don't need my dad. Hey, that ain't no glory to you. Don't boast about not having a dad and doing it all by yourself. Talking to the children, man, which is, you know, the children that are destroyed from having no father in the house. Verse 11, it says, for the glory of a man is from the honor of his father. It says, and a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children. So you women that are out of order, man, you're disgusting to not only us men, but to your children, man. This is why the whole family structure is out of order. Kids are disrespectful as hell. It's all because the man ain't in the household, man. The man is the one that's gonna set a strong foundation in the household, man. Mm-hmm. Because we're natural born leaders.
Yeah, just to sort of add on to that point as well. You know, you need a man in the house to teach your son how to be a respectable man. So many of you women out there are saying that there's no real men out here. There's no real men. It's because you've kicked the father out of the household. So they haven't been able to raise real men. Women's been raising the feminine type of men that you're seeing today. Even down to the daughters, because like a father, you know, if he's got a daughter, right, he's gonna say to her like, look, you stay away from them thugs over there, you know. That's the type of men you don't want to deal with, right? You find you a good man, you know, somebody who's respectable, and then the girl grows up to find a respectable man and stays away from these pookies and ray-rays that you women are allowing to run up in you and then leave you to raise these kids on your own, and you're just creating more monsters. That's what feminism's done. Feminism took out the key element. It's like with a fire, you have fuel, oxygen, and heat to make a fire, right? You take the heat away, you ain't making a fire. If you take away the oxygen, you ain't making a fire. You know, you got to have those three elements to basically build a fire. It's just the same thing with a family structure. You have the woman who's important and the man who's important. You take one of those elements away during the raising of the child's gonna go bad, you know?
See, ultimately, us men, we know men, okay? We know men better than you women, because a lot of you women are naive to men's bullshit, okay?
Exactly.
So we know what a good man is when we see it. Ultimately, how it was supposed to be from the get-go, a man is supposed to pick the husband for a woman, man, for his daughter, okay? That's how it's supposed to be, really. But, you know, things are out of order these days because we've gone so far left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was going to say, because what generally will happen is when a man's got a daughter, like suitors would approach, like, yeah, I want to take your daughter's hand in marriage. And the man would be able to suss every one of those men out, and he'd say, okay, this one I like the best. And he'd ask his daughter, which one, you know, out of these ones, you know, do you like? This is one, you know, and then the daughter would pick. So it wouldn't be a case of, you know, like how they do in India. You get, what do you call it? What's that, where they get picked a husband or whatever? I forget the name, the term of it.
I forget the name.
It's like arranged marriage, that's it. So they arrange a marriage, and it's just like, oh yeah, this is who you're gonna get married to, and it'd be some big chunky guy with some buck teeth, you know what I mean? It's like, but his family's wealthy, you know what I mean? Back in the days, it worked differently, you know what I mean? If some, you know, people come after your daughter and that, you choose the best suitor, the best one suited, because a man can see another man's bullshit. You know what I mean? If I saw this man and he comes or looking, like, yeah, he's respectable, I'm gonna watch him. That's why I think it was a custom where, if somebody was interested in your daughter, they would work with you for a number of years, right?
Yeah, 7 years.
7 years, exactly. Right? They'd work with you, and you'd be able to see right through them. Like, is this man really interested in my daughter? Because daughters are precious, right? So it's one of those things where it's like now it's like the women are choosing, and they're seeing Pookie and Ray. He's got a good game. Oh yeah, that's the man of my dreams. Only to find out that man of your dreams is a damn nightmare.
They're not wise enough to make correct decisions, man.
Exactly.
They choose all the wrong men. They choose a man just because he's got a lot of money. Hey, you can't base what a real man is based off the fact that he has a lot of money.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of the time you have these nightmares, these men that are nightmares, and it's like, well, that's why we say you've been deprived of wisdom. Not everything that a man tells you is going to be 100% true. That's why your man, your father, is the one that gives you away on your wedding day. He walks you down the aisle. There's a reason for that. There's a custom for that.
We're coming into the days where money ain't gonna be worth shit anyway.
Yes.
So then you ain't gonna be able to choose a man just because he's got money. You're gonna go back to what a real man is. The value, the true value in a man is. Okay, that's coming back, which is the men of the Lord. It was always the men of the Lord.
Yeah.
But you're gonna recognize that in the days to come, man.
Yeah, because it will be that money, that paper money ain't gonna be worth nothing. Then you're gonna be looking for a man. Can he build a house? Can he make a fire?
Yeah.
Can he protect us? You know what I mean? That's the man that you're gonna be looking for.
Yep.
And if a lot of these thugs out here, these little men that got money, or these thugs that got money and that, but they can't fight. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna look at him like, he can't fight. He ain't got hands. So if somebody come in here and try and hurt us, this is he gonna fold? Is he gonna be like, nah?
Another reason you women need a man, for all you women that say you don't need no man, what are you gonna do when times get violent? Because that time is coming. We're gonna get into that in a minute, Lord willing. But for now, you can bring out what you got as far as the curses, because you women don't realize that you're under curses right now.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to know this, man.
Exactly. And I'm gonna read. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. I'm starting verse 54, right? And this is speaking to the men. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, right? So, you see a lot of that today. A lot of evil stuff happening between brothers. You know what I mean? Before we used to be, hey brother, how's it going, brother? How's your family? How's everything going? Now it's F that nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still his girl.
So-called black on black crime, Bloods and Crips, all of that, man.
Exactly that.
Because the scripture said the man that is tender and delicate among you, because that's our true nature. We're really a peaceful, loving, forgiving type people, man. But we've been destroyed by the ways of the wicked.
Yep, and obviously being under these curses. So it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom.
Yeah.
Right, so the women too, and evil towards the women.
Yeah, because these men ain't shit either. I mean, to a certain extent, you women are right, but you know what I mean. You gotta take account. You gotta take accountability for your own actions too, because you don't make the situation any better. But at the end of the day, we're under the curses. This is why my brother's bringing this out.
That's right.
So it comes to your attention as to why all of this is going on.
Says, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. And that's why you see a lot of single mother household.
Yep.
You're dealing with Pookie and Ray Ray, they're gonna leave you with them kids.
Yep.
Yep.
Because we're under curses, man. Because we fell away from the ways of the Lord. We didn't listen to what the Lord is saying when he's trying to correct us through this book that a lot of you hate. You claim you're Christians and all this. You claim you love the Lord, but when we bring out what the Bible actually says, that a man is over the woman, a woman is not supposed to lead, and all this stuff, you get offended because you hate the Bible. You hate the words of the Lord, man. And this is why we're still under these curses, man.
That's right. Right, I'm going to jump down to verse 56. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56. And this is speaking towards you women. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, right? Because our women back in the ancient world, they were gems, man. We they were very precious to us, right?
They were a lot different than they are today, man.
Their whole attitude was completely different, right? Which goes to show you that the ways of feminism today has destroyed our women. Our women don't have that natural, femininity about them. They've lost that due to this feminism thing. It says, her eyes shall be evil towards towards the husband of her bosom. So you women are evil towards the men, just like the men are evil towards the women. The women are evil towards the men. So it's holding you accountable too. It says, and towards her son and towards her daughter. Like, because a lot of these women, they're selfish these days, A lot of these worldly women are selfish. You hear stories of women leaving their children unattended while they go out and party because they got things to do. You know what I mean? Like, women dropping their kids off at the baby daddy's house and then jumping in the car quickly and driving off so they don't have to look after the kids. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Your children are out in the cold. Wait, what if he wasn't the baby dad wasn't at home? You've just left them kids out there because you didn't want to take care of them because you wanted to go and do your own thing. So that's what it's referring to. We're under these curses.
Yeah, man.
All of it, like all the nation of Israel are under these curses. Other tribes, they're different strokes for different folks because they have their trials that they go through. But I'm speaking generally towards the Judite tribe, the so-called black man and woman tribe. I'm just saying, like, in the sense, these are some of the things that we're pointing out towards that we see in those communities, because you don't see a lot of baby mama drama in the Latino community or the so-called.
I mean, you do, but not as
much. Exactly, that's what I meant. But
especially in these other nations like the Elamites, the so-called the East Indians and the Arabs and the so-called white man. A lot of them got their women in order, and they have a family structure. They have normally when you see a woman and somebody's a homeowner, you best believe they got the dog, they got the husband and the wife and the children on a white picket fence, man.
Exactly. So that just goes to show you that we're under these curses, and the reason we're under these curses is because we chose to be disobedient to the Lord, right? We chose our ways as opposed to His ways, and look what that's gotten us as a nation of people, effed up in the game.
Yeah, man. Let me bring out this precept right here, right? It's the book of Proverbs chapter 30. I'm gonna read verse 20. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman, right? So this is the characteristics and the behavior of what the Bible calls an adulterous woman, right? A wicked woman, man, which is most women in the world today, because this is an evil, perverse and wicked and adulterous generation we're living in, man. Hence the reason why we're at the end. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth, wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness. So a woman gonna do what she do, be wicked as all hell, probably go out there and be a little whore or whatever, right? And then she gonna wipe her mouth. Her going out there being wicked, being a whore, whatever, okay, being a feminist demon, that's you eating, right? Metaphorically speaking, she eateth, then she wipeth her mouth and say, I ain't done nothing wrong. I ain't done no wickedness, man. You think that you always try to justify your behavior because you can never be wrong in an argument. Men know statistically it's true, man.
Yeah,
you women always have to win an argument. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that goes into that no accountability as well.
That's what I was about to say, yeah, because you women lack accountability, man. That's the problem. You eat, you do what you're gonna do, you be wicked as all hell, and then you wipe your mouth when you're done and say, I ain't done nothing wrong. You can't take no accountability. It's right here in the scriptures, man. Okay? And it's time for you to just change your ways, man. But most of you ain't gonna, because it's already written that you're not going to. But some of you might see sense in this lesson, understand that we're not trying to piss you off. We're just trying to show you what the Bible says, and that you need to sort it out before hell breaks loose, which is coming very soon. Okay, you've only got a short window to get it right and to understand the error in your ways.
That's it. And a lot of women out there will say, well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with me doing me?
Yeah.
Hey, this is I got a precept here. This is
Yeah.
the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5. I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. That's why a lot of you women are struggling right now. You know, you're on the social media complaining about you can't find a good man. Where are the good men gone? Because you lived in pleasure. Now you can't find them. You know.
And now the good men don't want you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that goes hand in hand with this precept I'm just pulling out now, man.
So just before you grab that, but just to say as well, like a lot of you women go to these singles events where you go to meet people. You act like you're having a good time, but inside you're dying because, hey, like my brother just mentioned, nobody wants you. You're the least desirable, right? Because you've given yourself a bad name.
Right. There's quite a few precepts in this chapter. The book of Sirach chapter 26 says a lot about you women, man, and you could learn a lot from this because it's packed with wisdom on how to behave yourself and what men are looking for, right? And we'll bring out one right now. It says in the book of Sirach chapter 26 verse 25, a shameless woman, you know, you can't tell her nothing, she's just out there, you know what I mean? Dressing like a damn whore in the streets, in the club every damn weekend, getting drunk, you know, smoking cigarettes and all kinds of madness. It says a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, a bitch basically, right? It says, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. So you either fear the Lord or you're a dog, basically, in a nutshell. A woman that's shamefaced is gonna fear the Lord, and by fearing the Lord is by listening to what the Lord says, okay? By listening to what we're bringing out and not being offended. I mean, you could be slightly offended, that's fine, but you gotta pay attention, you gotta take heed, you gotta take correction, man. Otherwise you're counted as a dog and you're of no use to men. Real men, you know. Sirach 26:1. Blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double, because you're gonna bring a lot of peace to that man's life. You know, there's too many men in the grave over these wicked women, man, and get them set up because you're sleeping around being a whore, and then, you know what I mean, the husband ends up getting killed or something by the side piece that you're dealing with because he's a damn nutcase, or you get the man locked up through child support, or so many things can happen, man. But blessed is a man that has a virtuous wife, right? It says, for the number of his days shall be double. It says, a virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. That's what we're looking for, peace. Above all things in a woman, we want peace, man. That's the most valuable thing about a woman. Take it from a man, okay? I know what a real woman is, and I know what real men are looking for in women. We want peace. We don't want a woman that's loud as hell, all out there and just can't tell them nothing, always want to argue and all that. No good, man. It says a good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. So us men that fear the Lord, we ain't gonna settle for a woman that is out of order and no good. We know what we're worth, and we know what we want in life, man. We know what a high value woman is, and we're not gonna settle for nothing less. So the Lord is gonna give us nothing but, you know, we're either gonna be single, or if we do have a woman, she's gonna be in order, man. It says in verse 23, Sirach 26:23, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. So if a woman is hooked up with a woman has a man that's wicked, it's because she's wicked. She needs to check herself. You only got yourself to blame, because the Lord isn't going to put a good man with a wicked woman, okay? So the women that have a good man is because you are in order, okay? Because real men know what a real woman is. So it's just the natural order, man. So don't go blaming men, niggas ain't shit. No, you ain't shit, man. And your decisions ain't shit. Let me read that from the top again, Sirach 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. See? So you women that are probably tuning into this lesson, you women that are in order, you're among the congregation of the living. Hey, if you're either going to be single, which is fine, it doesn't mean that the Lord isn't dealing with you or pleased with you. You're either going to be single, or if you have a man of the Lord, which you're naturally going to go for if you're among us anyway, you're going to realize your worth. You're going to realize what a real man is, and you're not going to settle for these pookies and ray-rays. That's if you're in order, man.
Yeah, you never know, actually, because, you single ladies out there, the Lord might even have it to where He directs you to a man of the Lord, Maybe He's preparing you for that man, that man of the Lord.
Yeah.
Whomever he may be, you know what I mean? Like, you never know.
Yeah.
You just got to keep walking with the Lord, man.
Yeah.
It says, seek ye the kingdom, and then all these treasures shall be added unto you, right?
Yeah.
Roughly paraphrasing, but that scripture remains true, man, because it's like, look, if one of your desires is that you want a man of the Lord, just keep working and following the Lord, doing what you're doing, man, staying in the congregation of the living, and the Lord gonna direct your steps.
Yeah, man.
Simple as that. Just gotta have patience, that's all.
That's it. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 25, and we'll start verse 13. It says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, which is the mind, going mad in the mind, man, which women can drive, living with the wrong woman can drive you mad, okay? So we don't want no women playing mind games and screwing with our head. Who wants that in their life? You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of women like to do. Like to use the child against the man, just do anything to push our damn buttons and make our life uneasy, man. Yeah. Which is the opposite of what you put in a man's life to do. You're meant to be a pillar of rest, not a pillar of stress.
Yeah, test the boundaries is what they like to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out with the girls tonight and then call you I'm out with my girl. Don't play those mind games. You lose.
You turn your phone off and all that.
Yeah, you'll lose.
My battery died.
Men ain't stupid.
Give men reasons to act insecure.
Let me correct that. Real men ain't stupid, Men of the Lord ain't stupid.
That's it, yeah. So I'm gonna read that from the top again. Sirach 25 and 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, the plague of the mind, right? It says, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Because the wickedness of a woman is the worst thing there is, man. Ain't no wickedness worse than the wickedness of a woman, man. Because they can be absolutely evil when they want to be, man. They stoop low as hell, okay? Using a child against you. That's low as hell, man. That's crazy.
What's the term they use? Hell have no fury like a woman scorn or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, hell have no fury like the Lord scorn.
Yeah.
They're going to nuke your ass.
Verse 14, and any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me, which is a lot of these women these days, man. You saw the Trump reaction videos, where how these women talking about how they hate us, how they wish that we were dead, how they wish that the cops would beat us around like a rag doll, and don't come crying to me and all that madness.
Yeah, I'm sick. But I'm gonna say this, I hope that for all you motherfuckers who voted for Trump, I hope your life gets fucked up in the worst way possible, in the most disrespectful way. And I don't care. For you Latinos, go ahead and pack y'all shit up. Cause y'all got a limited amount of time before y'all gotta look cucaracha y'all ass on up out of here. For you men, you black men especially, that voted for Trump or that didn't vote at all, when the police get the motherfucker walk around this whole manhandling y'all like a motherfucking rag doll, bitch, I don't wanna hear shit. That's what the fuck you wanted. I hope y'all go through the most trying time of y'all motherfucking life. On my soul, I hope that y'all get that. I hope that y'all get that because y'all need that, obviously. And I want y'all to have that. Because this right here don't make no goddamn sense.
If you're a black man and you voted for Trump, I hope that cop beats you so good. I really, really do. I really, really do. I'm wishing it on you. Love you. Not really. Make sure your own boy record it and send it to me. I will post it and laugh.
It says, and any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me, and any revenge but the revenge of enemies, which the scriptures speak about how the women is our enemy, man, on this side, because they're under the curses. You know? Scriptures speak about she that is mine enemy. Do you want to quickly grab that?
Yeah, this is the book of Micah, chapter 7. And you said 9 through 10. Yeah, verse 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him.
See? Because we're under the curses. So we have to just face the fact that these women are destroyed. Okay, you might as well just not even bother with them, you know, and just wait to, you know, get your shit, focus on Yahweh Shai, get your shit together with the Lord before the day of destruction is coming, which is soon to come, and then just, you know, get yourself a real woman in the kingdom of heaven, man.
Exactly. Yeah, and also just you know, I will bear my indignation. Like we caused that because we went off, right? We sinned against the Lord. You know, breaking the commandments. You know, is a transgression of the law. You know, that's what sin is.
Indignation is righteous anger. So the Lord is righteous for destroying our women and destroying the men and just causing this chaos that we see. You know, because we deserve it, man. So we have to bear that. We have to just take it on the chin, man.
Yeah, we have to eat that, right? But I'm going to start from top. It says, this is verse 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me.
Yeah.
He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Right? So, hey, you know, we keep like staying in that laser focus, you know, staying on course. You know, Lord willing, we be a part of those men, the elect. We get delivered out of this madness, this hellhole, right? Verse 10, which is the point, it says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. You're gonna go through the hard the hard realization,
You know,
the hard reality of you know, being disobedient and going off thinking that you know better. You know, you're gonna be trodden down as the mire of the streets. You're trodden down as, like, if you look at the mire of the streets, it's like, you think about a dirt road when it's been raining and it's just muddy and, you know, sticky and all that. You're gonna be trodden down in a bad shape, basically. You're gonna be run down.
Yeah, because you know, read that part again. Let me speak on that.
I'm gonna start at verse 10 again. I'll read the whole thing.
Yeah.
It says, and she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes.
Right, let me stop there.
Yeah.
So basically, the Lord is saying that the woman on this side is our enemy, man. She ain't our friend, and she more than proves it with her actions, man. Look at the way they behave and how they talk about how they hate men, because they hate order. You know, they hate the Lord ultimately because the Lord set up the man over the woman. So they hate the way the Lord set it up and want to do things their own way, man. Okay, that's why they were crying over Kamala losing. Is because Kamala was going to give them liberty to be a damn whore and be out of order, man. Crying because they want to kill their baby in the womb, which is their eye being evil toward the children of their, you know, their children, as it read in the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 56.
Yeah.
You know, but it says that said, where is the promise of his coming? You know, because these women think they got time to be a whore. They think the Lord ain't coming, and they say it with their actions more than their words. You know, by basically saying, I ain't gonna get in order. I'm gonna keep doing what I want to do. Basically, you're saying, where is the promise of his coming, man?
Yeah, and just to touch on that as well, you know, all them videos of the so-called black woman's reaction, wishing death upon the black man, you know, when, you know, a lot of, you know, it's showing the results of the vote, and it was showing that a lot of, I think it was like maybe 3% less than black women voted for Kamala as well.
Yeah,
it's like all those men that voted for Kamala, you wish death on them too? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Eve just, like, you know, the worldly Eve, I'm not talking about you Israelite sisters that are in the truth, but the worldly Eves That's who our enemy is.
Yeah.
You know, why would you wish death on the man that's basically, you know, siding along with you? You know, you wish death on them. You know, so that's why you're the enemy.
Yeah.
You want me to read more on that?
No, the point is made because I wanted you to read that to show that, you know, these women on this side they're not for you. They don't love you, man, and they're not gonna change their ways either for the most part, man.
That's that feminine spirit, you know.
But toward the end, when they start catching hell, then they're gonna want to have a change of heart, man. But it's gonna be too late because we already see what you've said. Because you women are emotional. You say things you don't exactly mean, or you say things through your emotions, and then you regret it later, man. But you know the damage is done, man.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry, black man. Please forgive me. I didn't know, you know. I didn't know. I didn't realize. I didn't realize how trapped you've been. I didn't realize how you've been targeted and hunted, set up, lied on. I didn't know. And I want you to know that I apologize. I privileged my pain over yours. I did that. And there's no real excuse, but there is an explanation, okay? As a black woman in North America, because that's where I live, I've been taught how to relate to you through white supremacy. And I never gave you the benefit of the doubt. I just took the images, the stuff that I heard my mama say, when wounded women were talking about you, and then I had bad experiences with black men. I painted you all the same way that the cops paint you. And I'm wrong for that. Now, I am apologizing to you in two ways. One, as a black woman. Two, as a human being. Because what was taken from you was your humanity. Ever since slavery, ever since Nat Turner, ever since 1830, you have been criminalized. You have been positioned and targeted from kindergarten. By the time you're in the third grade, you're already set up to go to prison. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that they blocked you out of every type of trade so you couldn't make money for your family. I didn't know. I didn't know that the whole structure of what it means to be American is built upon your free labor for white structures, including the penal system. That you were designed to be the workforce for whiteness since you got here. And I didn't know that. And what's worse is I didn't look. I was so hurt by you that I justified my righteous indignation because I was hurt. And I didn't look why you would hurt me. It never crossed my mind that you were hurt too. I don't even know how come well, actually I do, because you've been positioned as a criminal and as an animal, so I'm not even going to see you as a human being. I'm going to see you like they teach me to see you. And I fell for it. And I didn't look it up. I didn't look at the research. I didn't care. I was like, yeah. I mean, and I'm guilty of that. I did that to you. I didn't ask why you hurt me. I just was hurt. And I didn't look. I didn't see how you've been cornered. Every way. I mean, every way, every decade, from chain gangs to hip hop. You're always getting blamed for violence, but we never talk about the record labels. We never talk about distribution. We always talk about the artists. We always talk about the black men being violent. Well, you don't get to choose what gets on air. You don't get to choose what you get to sign. If you don't do it the way that they say to do it, then you don't eat. You can't. And we make it sound like it's a character flaw when it's a structural, systematic way of keeping you in bondage. And I'm sorry for that. Because I say I love you, how come I didn't look? How come it didn't even dawn on me? I didn't even think that you could be hurt. I was so focused on my pain and all the ugly I had experienced at your hand that I didn't even think, well, hell, how did you get there? And I can say it now on the other side of healing. You see what I'm saying? I can say it now. But I couldn't say it when you needed it. When you needed me to believe you and not them. When you needed a safe space. Just someone to hear you out. I didn't listen. So I wanted to punish you. I wanted you to feel how you made me feel. I wanted you to feel the level of hurt and resentment and helplessness, never understanding that is why you lashed out. Anything that's cornered will strike. Anything that's trapped will fight. It's just in its human nature. And I so related to you the way white people have taught me to relate to you. I didn't even look. I didn't ask. I just sided with them, and I turned you into the enemy. And I was wrong. I was wrong. And I apologize. Now, you don't have to accept my apology, okay? You don't have to. It's not required, okay? And in truth, you don't, shit, I'm not even certain you should, given the fact that it took me 400 years to look the fuck back. You know what I'm saying? But what I want you to know is this. As a black woman, as a human being, I know what it feels like to be betrayed, to be lied on, to be beat, to be assaulted. I know what it's like. I just never imagined it happening to you. In my mind, I never saw you as a person. I saw you as an idea. I saw you as a threat. I saw you as the pictures on television. I just saw you the way they taught me to see you. And it served me. It let me let you be the scapegoat for my failings. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not scapegoating on you anymore, black man. I'm not. And I know there are a lot of black women who are wounded. And there's a lot of us who have healed. So I'm on behalf of those of us who have healed, who are willing to be accountable for our power, I apologize.
So I'm going to read this Sirach chapter 25 and verse 14. And any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me. So give me any affliction but from these women, man. Okay? Any affliction but the affliction from these women, man. Because these women could be evil as hell. Destroy your whole life, man. It says, and any revenge but the revenge of enemies. These women. It says, there is no head above the head of a serpent. And it says, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. You know, these women can be stoop absolutely low, man. It says, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Trapped in a house, because these houses are like boxes, man. It's like a prison cell or something. Imagine having to dwell in a house with a woman that just hates you and just feminist, wicked, always arguing, man. Ain't nothing worse than that. The Bible says I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than a wicked woman, man. It says the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance as like sackcloth. Meaning they just gonna walk around with a mean bulldog face all damn day, always moaning and miserable. You know what I mean? So the wickedness of a woman will make her look like a damn miserable piece of shit, basically, right? It says her husband shall sit among his neighbors, right? He's gonna sit around his friends, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. You know what I mean? Oh, my woman been, you catch windy, your woman been out there like a little whore in the streets, which the Bible says that thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, because we're under the curses. So a lot of our women are little hoes, man. But when a man sits around his friends and hears the stories about his women, it says he's gonna sigh bitterly, basically, right? It says all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So all wickedness, man, and there's a lot of wickedness in this world, but all wickedness is only little compared to the wickedness that a woman can bring to your life, man. These women don't realize what the Bible is saying about them, the wicked women that are out of order. The Lord is not with you, man, okay? The Lord is only dealing with the men. The Lord ain't dealing with you women, man. A lot of you women are just wicked as hell, man. And the actions of these women that we've been seeing lately has put the spirit on us to bring this out and to get on you women, man, because you need it every once in a while. You know, we ain't done a lesson me personally, I ain't done it. You did one recently,
Yeah.
but me personally, I ain't done a woman a lesson on these women lately. So it's long overdue. It's about that time, because you know what I mean. I try to give you women a break, but every now and then you women show up, show your ass, and we gotta get on you, man. Okay, as a guide is supposed to do, is correct you, lead you in the right way, man. That's what a real man does. Okay, we ain't scared to tell you women how it is, because you need to be told sometimes, man. Come up off your high horse. You ain't all that. Okay. Sirach 25 and 22. It says, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Because a woman ain't supposed to be taking care of no man. And that's what you got in the world right now, because everything's out of order. A woman is making a lot more money than the man, because this society that is set up caters to the woman. You know, they can go out there and make money just from shaking their ass online, showing their ass on social media, man. A woman can make money, okay? But it says if a woman, if she maintain her husband, she's the head of the household, she's the breadwinner, which is all out of order. It says is full of anger, right? That nigga ain't shit. That nigga need to get a job, and you think you can just talk to him how you want because you're the boss, you're the breadwinner, you're the boss bitch. You know what I mean? So you think that you looking down on that man like he can't tell me nothing. I don't need him. I make all this money and this and that, right? So you're gonna walk around the house full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. It says a wicked woman abateth the courage and maketh heavy heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. So you're gonna create a man that ain't shit by your actions, basically, man. So if you strengthen a man, you're gonna make him feel strong. You're gonna make him feel like a man. Okay.
You inspire him to do better.
Yeah.
You know. So
that's what you women should be doing, is inspiring a man to be better. You know. Basically being a pillar of rest.
Yeah, talk life into your man, not death. Essentially.
That's it. All right, we're getting ready to close it out. It's getting a bit dark out here, okay? And this lesson has been quite lengthy, okay? And we've made a lot of points, but there are a few things we need to get out before we close this lesson out. So follow along with us. It says in the book of Sirach, chapter 36 and verse 24, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Like what I've been saying, you know, a woman is designed to be a pillar of rest unto a man. And the Bible describes you as our possession. We own you, man. You belong to us. Okay? It is what it is, man. It's the words of the Lord. It's ain't our words, so you can't really get offended. You basically belong to a man once you've decided to be that man's husband by letting him stick his rod in you. You know what I mean? He becomes your husband and he's to rule over you, man. It says that in the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 18, I think it's 2 and 18. That, you know, your desire will be to your husband. It says, where there is no hedge, right? Because the husband is the hedge of protection. So women that don't have a hedge of protection, where there is no hedge, it says the possession is spoiled, because it already said that you women are a possession to a man. So where there is no hedge of protection, you women are out there, man. You women need guidance, in other words, okay? So if you ain't got a man to show you the right way how to live, how to be a real woman, how to be respectable, how to respect yourself, how to present yourself in public, how to dress, all these things, right? How to be a good mother to the children. It says, where there is no hedge, the possession is spoiled. You become not worth a shit. Okay? It says, and he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning, because it's very important for a man to have a wife. That's why the woman was created, man, to be a pillar of rest and a help unto the man. Okay? Just like I just read, man. Okay? Let me bring out what you got down.
Yeah, I want to get this in the book of Isaiah, This is Isaiah chapter 32, and I'm going to start at verse 2. And it says, "And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as a river, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land." Right? So the man, again, it's just emphasizing that you women are going to be looking to the men of the Lord in that time when all hell breaks loose. You're going to be looking to them, because they're going to be, you know, they're going to be like how it's giving you many examples, like a hiding place from the wind. You know, when the wind is strong, what do? You seek shelter, right? That man's going to be that shelter.
That wind represents destruction, which is
course.
coming. You know, basically what this is saying is that you need a man, and you're going to realize it in the days to come, man.
Yeah, and it also gives another example as rivers of water in a dry place. Imagine being out in the desert and you're dying for thirst, and then that man is going to be like that water, like that reservoir. Like, you're going to be seeking after that man, you know. So the man's going to be as a hiding place, you know. When the Lord pours out His Spirit, it's that, you know, you women are going to go through a lot of hell, man, you know, and you're going to be seeking a righteous man. All them pookies and railways and all that money ain't going to mean nothing. But if you don't know how to present yourself to a man of the Lord, he's going to be like, nah, not for me. You know, you don't know how to be quiet. You don't know how to present yourself. You don't shut up.
Yeah.
You know, you're argumentative. You know, you can't be corrected. You know what I mean? No man wants to deal with that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. And speaking of the destruction, I'm just going to skip to the next verse. I'm gonna jump down to Isaiah chapter 32. I'm gonna start at verse 9, and this just gives you an example of what we mean by you women are gonna go through hell. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." Meaning, listen up, you women out there, you wicked, worldly women, right? Not necessarily you Israelite women, but you know, the ones that are in order. But you wicked, worldly women, right? And I, like my brother mentioned, a brief lesson about the troubles that you're going to go through. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It says, verse 10, "Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." I mean, you're going to be in a down bad state. You know, you go, because one thing women, you know, love is to be comfortable. Imagine just being down bad, like nowhere to go, no one to help you. You just out here and no protection. You know, you just out here. You see a man of the Lord, and he's, you know, and you can clearly see that he's being protected. Something about this man is you know, you want to be a part of it. You're going to flock to him, and if you don't know how to approach him, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to get rejected. You know, you understand? So again, we have to stress, like, the times that we're coming into, which are fastly, steadily approaching. You know, you women are in trouble.
When it all comes down to it, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, I want a black man on my side, period. Y'all running around here talking about some feminist this and feminist that. Meanwhile, those white women knew exactly what time it was when they went into that booth. See, those white women were voting for family structure. They were voting for family dynamic. They understand the importance of that. They boosted y'all black woman ego and made y'all feel like y'all can do any and everything, keyword, without your man, because that is the hidden agenda. Because black women are easy targets. Black women are extremely emotionally charged with what's going on here. So that's what really makes us easy targets. Y'all are pointing the finger at black men. Y'all are doing all of these things at black men, but y'all need them. And you gonna see how quick you need them when shit gets really real. So you can keep coming up here recording these videos and starting this feminist movement into thinking that you don't need black men to protect you. You are an idiot. And let's be crystal clear when I say I don't want any bitch around me like that. If you a woman and you feel like you don't need no man for protection, you are an idiot.
You are a lost cause, and you are playing a dangerous fucking game.
Read that one more time. Let me expound on that real quick.
You want me to read from verse 9?
No, the last verse that you
Okay,
read.
so this is Isaiah chapter 32 verse 11. It says, "Tremble ye women that are at ease."
Right, so you women ought to be shitting yourself because of the times we're coming into, man. You ought to take this lesson very serious, man. Read it.
Yep. It says, "Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins."
That's it. You know? And it also said that the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. But basically that's because all these things that that make you so proud and bold and independent and confident, they're going to be stripped from you soon, man. So what are you going to be left with? You know, all these feminine products that make you smell good and all that, hey, that's all getting ready to be stripped from you, man. You know? When there's nothing but violence out there, a lot of you women are not going to be wearing weave. You're going to be wanting to look as ugly as possible to keep these men away from you, man, because you're going to be fair game out there, man.
Yeah.
So you're going to need a man during that time. You ought to be trembling when you hear these type things, man, because this is reality that's coming. You don't have to believe it, but a lot of you just going to have to learn the hard way, man. But you don't come running to us during that time because it's going to be too late, man. Okay? We ain't gonna settle for you women when you didn't want to take the warning beforehand. All right, last precept. It's getting too dark out here now. We'll close it out with this, all right? Book of Isaiah chapter 13, start at 11. It says, "And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity." So this is basically what's happening in the very near future. It's starting to see it happen right now, but it's going to get a lot worse. This is why we say you need to get a man before this time comes, because it's going to be violent out there. The Lord is punishing this world, and it's going to get worse. It says, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So you arrogant people out there, as well as the wicked, the nation of Edom, the Lord is getting ready to humble a lot of you. You know, you women are getting ready to be greatly humbled. And it says, and I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So basically, you're going to realize how much you need a man and how precious a man really is. For all you women that were talking that rubbish on the internet about how you hate men, how you want to blame men, you men ain't nothing, men are worthless, men are this, men are that. Hey, you're gonna regret that, because you're gonna realize during that time how much you really need a man, because the Lord is getting ready to make a man more precious than fine gold, because he's getting ready to bring a lot of chaos to this world. You're gonna need a man of the Lord during that time, man. All right, so anyway, man, that's enough. You know, we brought out precepts that a lot of you wicked women that might be watching this, rolling your eyes and all that, if you made it this far, which you probably didn't anyway, but it is what it is. But you know, this is just a lesson to basically show you the times you're coming into, you know, and you need to get your stuff together. You need to get right with the Lord, okay? You need to listen to the words that have been said and get your stuff together, man. All right? Because the time is running out. All right? We'll close it out here. Lord willing, you were edified through this lesson, because these are precepts we brought out that, you know, you probably never heard before, man. You definitely ain't hearing this in your Christian church. All right, but this is what you need to know. That Pastor Pork Chop ain't telling you, man. All right, so close it out here. We're gonna face the east. Give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Brachak, Wadash. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.